At 18 months old, your baby is definitely able to self-settle or self-soothe at this age. And you may, however, be stuck in a little bit of a habit of where your toddler has gotten used to you feeding them to sleep. Today I'm answering the question, how do I get my 18-month-old to self-settle? We are currently feeding to sleep. Hi, I'm Amanda, founder and co-creator of Little One Sleep Programs. I'm a pediatric sleep specialist and mother to two darling little girls. At Little Ones, we sell comprehensive online sleep and nutrition programs from 0 through to toddler and preschool age. We do this via our custom-built app where we have our fantastic programs, and we also house our amazing support village for our customers. If you need any further help, please make sure you visit us at www.littlenones.co. Let's talk about your 18-month-old. Your 18-month-old is now a toddler. They are really aware of pretty much everything in their environment and especially how they go to sleep. They have been used to you feeding them to sleep for the last 18 months. So this is well ingrained in their brain as to this is how they go to sleep. But this doesn't mean that it is unable to be changed and gently work away from feeding to sleep. As your 18-month-old is well aware of their surroundings and their ability and how they go to sleep, things are going to have to be done a little bit slower if you're working your way towards self-settling. And there could definitely be a fair bit of protesting from your toddler because they are used to the way that they've been going to sleep and now you're trying to change it. But give your toddler some credit. They can definitely learn things just like they will have been probably learning how to walk at this age. They can definitely learn a new way of going to sleep, but you're going to want to take things slow. So first of all, you'll probably want to feed your toddler until they're sleepy and, drowsy rather than all the way to sleep, and put them into their cot or their crib, wherever their sleep environment is. And then allow them to actually fall asleep by themselves. Try not to interject too quickly if they do start to rouse and not go to sleep. But if they do, please, make sure you do pick them up and feed them until they're drowsy and, sleepy again, but pop them back into their cot. The aim of this is to ensure that they actually do the last part of the actual falling asleep inside their cot by themselves without your help. Then what the key for this method is to actually gently allow them to fall asleep more and more by themselves at every nap and bedtime to be able to eventually be able to put them into their cot and actually walk away without them crying. This is not a just put them in the cot and walk away with your baby screaming method. This is still allowing the hands-on method of you helping them when they need, but the key part of letting them actually fall asleep independently. I guess the trick with this method is to make sure that in the first place they are actually tired. At 18 months old, if they're on still 2 naps a day, I would look at actually dropping that first nap and ensuring that they are now down to 1 nap, and that is key to your success in this method because once your baby is actually down to 1 nap, they are super tired. They need to go to sleep for that lunchtime nap, and it will make your ability to teach them how to self-settle much quicker because they are tired. They aren't able to protest as much because they need to go to sleep. So if you're on 2 naps, I would drop it down to 1 nap, and that should help hugely actually. And then also, if they are on 2 naps, it could mean that your second nap is actually too late in the day, which will be interrupting your ability to get your baby to sleep in the evenings, and they'll be able to protest because they've just had a lot of sleep through that day. So cut that nap down to 1 nap. Maybe it will be around 11:30 if they can't get all the way through till 12 or 12:30 for that first nap of the day, and work your way towards sort of 12:30 for that first nap. Big, long big restorative sleep in the middle of the day to get them right through to a decent bedtime. So I hope that answers your question as to how you're able to get your baby into more independent sleeping rather than you having to feed your baby to sleep at every nap and bedtime. Once you've got your baby sleeping better and independently, you'll find that overnight things just click into place because they can wake and rouse. They have the skills to be able to go back to sleep independently without you needing to feed them again. So you'll find that your nighttime becomes a lot better as well. So I hope you liked this video. As always, please give us a big thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, click the subscribe button and that notification bell to make sure you get notified of videos just like this one.